Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony. And Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony. Hall of Famer Doris Burke and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sideline. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
We know Doris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Well, this is what makes Towns so dangerous. Pick and roll, pick and pop. He can take you either way off that screen.
Siakam outside. Outside Turner for three. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Brunson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, how about that conversion by Jalen Brunson? This has become a staple of his game.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Now, here is Halliburton. To the inside. Turner. Acton Emhart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's good for 2. Turner's got 5 points so far. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. To the wing on the left. Brunson surveying the D. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Indiana moving the ball around. And stolen by Payne. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop.
Boy, for a man his size, Towns does a sensational job running the floor.
Fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs, but Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
And finished off by Halliburton.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler. I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Siakam. Pass to Nembhard. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Shoots the three. And he's good on the three ball.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for New York.
And they set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now Turner, after Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. To the paint. And Siakam throws it down.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out to Bridges. And Brunson has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Poke loose. Shoots over Nembhard. The rebound by Halliburton.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Pacers trailed by 4. Down low. Here's Toppin. Lays it up and banks it in. Toppin's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pacers. Towns down low. Over Siakam. The Pacers pull it in. Now Nemhard. Screen by Siakam. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
Back to Siakam. And it's Mathurin missing. The Knicks with the lead. Over in the corner, McBride. Back to Hart. Pass to McBride. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. McBride's got 5.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for New York. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And Towns throws it down.
Now, this is what separates Karl Anthony Towns from other players his size. That quick first step to get to the drive game.
Next foul. Karl Anthony Towns. First personal foul. Second team foul. Pacers
Pass to Siakam.
number 23. Aaron Nesmith.
Back to Nesmith. Up and in on the layup.
Nesmith.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
Pass to Brunson. Left side, Towns.
Well, this team relies obviously on Towns for great productivity, and this guy is as reliable offensively as you get.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Indiana shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw is good by Toppin. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Now, here is Halliburton. To the middle. Here's Mathurin. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Brunson with it. Halliburton picks him up. Towns. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pass to Toppin. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Towns. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
Here's Halliburton. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. Robinson with the block. Here's Anunoby. Kane with it. Halliburton picks him up. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Down low.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
26.
Bounce pass from McConnell. Out left to the wing. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise. It's your Knicks City answer.
The Knicks leading by 6. Anunoby left side. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Anunoby's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Back to Nemhard. Brunson with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 10. Bridges right side. It's up a 3. The rebound by Turner. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Jackson in the corner. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Anunoby in the corner. New York moving the ball around. Bridges missing again. Pacers trailed by 8. Inside. Neesmith. The Knicks pull it in.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there. That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Substitution for your Knicks, P.J. Tucker.
Halliburton right side. 6 to shoot. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Indiana again missing. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future. And this guy is exceptional from the charity stripe. You want a guy like Karl Anthony Towns who can knock these down as a big.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Shepard. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Pacers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. And the Pacers, Doris, last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And, Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Pacers making a switch here. Outside Mathurin. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
Second team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Out to the right wing. Brunson with a clean look. Oh, Brunson good from range.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Down low. Here's Turner. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
On deep, Brunson. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
and they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion, an incredible journey.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, how about the ability to get that defender to bite on the pump fake? Turner so effective at getting guys to commit.
So both teams making some changes here. He's off on the second. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Knicks leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Brunson. He's got 11. Tucker can't get it to go. Now, here's Nesmith. And so it's the New York Knicks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots.
39.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks.
Timeout.
They've led by as many as 11 points. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And a new group in for the Knicks. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. On defense, the Pacers. They trail by 6. And the foul on Miles Turner. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so here is New York. Here's Towns. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Brunson. It's rebounded by Nesmith. Pacers trailed by 6. McConnell with it. Back to Siakam. Now McConnell. Shoots over Brunson. A shot by McConnell, no good. Towns down low. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Here's Indiana now. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Turner.
Don't you love how many different ways Miles Turner can score the basketball? Spot up, in transition, operating in the post. He's got the entire arsenal.
Back to McBride. Brunson outside. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Turner with the screen. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Towns up top. Shot clock at 5. The 3. McBride controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Out to Turner. Pass to Siakam. Back to Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Brunson outside. Brunson barreling in. It's rebounded by Indiana. And Brunson comes to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. 11 jump ball. Down low. Brunson outside. Out to Bridges. New York moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. To the right side. Here's McBride. Offensive rebound.
You know this about OG Anunoby. This guy's going to give you tremendous effort nightly. Really good job on the glass.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton right side. Back to Nembhard. Shot clock violation. Great D. New York leading by 6. The kick out to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
That to me is about Karl Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
And Turner throws it down.
You want the answer? Can Miles Turner make tough shots in big moments? That's a definitive yes.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's the Pacers' ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Money!
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Nembhard. Off target from outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
To the middle. Here's Turner. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns. And that one misses. And an intentional foul right there. It's the first that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. To the paint. Here's Neesmith. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the shot goes in from Siakam. Brunson, left side. That's the good. So it's New York picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Kicks it out to Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yep, that one goes in there. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Doesn't get any easier for Zubac. He'll take those anytime he gets them. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
Pass to Zubac. With the drive. And the dunk by Zubac.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thank you, David. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Inside, Zubac. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Just too determined. Zubac finishing strong.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Done outside. Three-pointer. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Way to get up.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Harden's got 9 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
They grabbed their own miss. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 1. To the middle. There's Williams.
Well, involving guys with your eyes and seeing plays like this, that's a beautiful play by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Pass to Dunn. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Holmgren. He's covered by Leonard. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Clock at 4. Here's Holmgren. Again, the Thunder score.
A silky smooth shooter. Holmgren makes it look so effortless at times.
Out to the right wing. And the 3-ball is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. James Harden getting it done for Los Angeles. He was a true standout at the offensive end. And And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Down low. Pass to Caruso. Shoots. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies and the Sacramento Kings. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Outside Morant. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And the Kings call time here. Here's Levine. Here's Ellis. Outside Levine. Knocks down the long J.
Off the pass, Levine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, yeah, I was able to talk to Sacramento's head coach. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Good.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
Payne surveying the D. Nails it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Richard, throughout his career, DeMar DeRozan has such an easy time finding ways to score.
He knows how to get to his spots on the floor, BA. You have to do your work early against DeRozan because he is a midi master. If you let him move freely, he will J you to death.
Now here's DeRozan. Out to the wing. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson on the wing. And there's the lob. And then Morant with the dunk.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Ellis. Back to DeRozan. Sabonis outside. Right side, Levine. Deflected. Pass to Morant. The 3. Rebound by Sacramento. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And he converts the layup. Morant's got 9 points.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
The 3 from DeRozan. Memphis with the ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Throws it up high. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Well, Grant, the Kings are one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. They get it back. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Ellis. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Levine. Outside Morant. Pass to Wells. Takes the 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Here's Sabonis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Desmond Bane. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Sabonis drops them both.
You can tell Sabonis brings a lot of heart to his game. He's serious about winning, but he also knows how to enjoy himself out there with his team.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Aldama. Jay is on the way. Kicks it out to Kennard. Fires the 3. And another three for Memphis.
For three.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area.
The Grizzlies, 20.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Here's Ellis driving to the basket. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Jackson on the wing. No points yet. And another three for Memphis.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps, and then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Clark with the screen to the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Offensive rebound. Taken away. Now the Kings in transition. McDermott for 3. Cleared away by Wells. Grizzlies lead by 7. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Jackson outside. Pass to Wells. Shot from the wing. Hauled in by the Kings. Here's Levine. Ooh, determined bucket from Levine.
What determination from Levine. Finding his finish despite the contact.
Inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Levine. Zach Levine, unfazed.
Inside the paint, Levine's agility is just a difference maker. That's what allows him to get to almost any shot.
Here's the pick. Here's Clark with the drive. Banked it in off the glass. Clark's got his first bucket in this one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Lyles. Drains the triple. Lyles has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson the screen. Now here's Clark. Here he goes. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Jackson on the wing. Pass to Kennard. Six to shoot. And stolen by Murray. McDermott from outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
On the court.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Morant looking for an opening. Pass to Wells. Left side Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. And they recover it. Outside Bain. Left side Morant. Jackson the screen. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Clark. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substituting on the court.
Kings trail by 4. 46 seconds left in the second. Timeout called. Sacramento.
Sacramento Kings breaker.
46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Monk. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
From deep, Bain. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss. And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 4. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Pass to Sabonis. On the wing, DeRozan. Sacramento again missing. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Jackson for 3. Pure from three-point range. Jackson's got 8.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Crowder outside. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis leading by 5. Morant with it. He's got 9. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Pass to Morant. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your Kings.
From deep, Bain. It's rebounded by Sabonis. To the middle. Here's Levine for 3. And Levine knocks down the 3.
I'm going to tell you this. Defensively, you cannot let a streak shooter get a groove. And right now, Zach LaVine, he is on fire.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court. He's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Levine draws the double. Crowder right side. To the wing on the left. To the right side. Sabonis in the post. The 3 from Valanciunas. Memphis with a rebound. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Graham.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Pass to Sabonis. Levine way outside. Got a piece of it.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And you often see defenses beg Morant to take that shot. Didn't work that time.
Outside Levine. Yes! Levine inside.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Outside Morant. On the wing, Bane. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bane's got 5 points.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Levine for 3. Oh, Levine with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To the inside, Edey. They've got numbers. .127 left in the third quarter. Pass to Ellis. Jacks up with 3. Valanciunas. Out to Sabonis. 4-3. Counted from distance. He's got 5.
Have to admire the confidence right there. Sabonis feeling like he can knock down these shots whenever he wants.
Outside Morant. And the dunk by Jackson.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jaren knows what to do.
Kings trail by 4. Sabonis' shot is off. Now Morant. 12 points for him. There's 39 seconds left in the third. They get it back. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
NBA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Substituting on the court.
Aldama outside. Back to Morant. Aldama outside. 3 on the clock. Pass to Edey. Jackson outside. And another miss by Memphis. Oh, stolen by Morant. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Hey, no good. And the Kings call time here.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Substituting on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. And that'll do it for the third. Quarter. Memphis ahead, leading by 4. And time for a short.
The Grizzlies, 39.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Pippen. Down low. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Clark with the screen. Pass to Wells. From 9 feet out. shot that time, not on target. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. McDermott left side. Here's Lyles. On the wing, Murray. That three's off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Now Bane, defended by DeRozan. Pulls up on the wing. Bane, no good. Kings trail by 4. Outside Monk. On target from range. Monk's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Big jam by DeMar.
DeRozan making his presence felt at the rim.
Here's Pippen. Outside Bane. Clark with the screen. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's Memphis missing.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game. And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
They kick it out to Murray. Launches a 3. Murray! Good from way out.
I mean, totally comfortable in the corner. Murray has that shot dialed in.
Outside Morant. Inside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Outside Monk. Outside Murray. Beyond the arc. And another Sacramento 3.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Clark. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Malik Monk picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
The Kings call timeout. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
I mean, just a string of terrific shots. I mean, this team is on fire.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Levine for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. To the paint. Monk with a steal. There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. Levine surveys the D. Clock at 6. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Here's Valanciunas. And no good, trying to use the glass. And here's Memphis. 8-point game. And here's Morant. Poke loose. Monk with a steal. Levine with room to shoot. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. And the Kings lead by 10.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
On offense, here are the Kings. They're on a 19-3 run. Here's Levine for three. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Outside Hart. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. From behind the arc. Brent grabs the miss. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Pass to Brunson. This one for three. He drops it from range. Brunson's got 5 points.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The ball's knocked loose. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it.
And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammates to reel that one in.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
Towns, right side. Portis with the steal. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Brunson. And he converts the layup. He's got 7.
Now, guys don't want to guard someone like Jalen Brunson. He just keeps coming.
Out to Portis. All alone. Hart pulls it in.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Pass to Towns. Outside Hart. And here's Brunson. He's got 7.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Here's Lillard. Portis. Great positioning on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Anunoby can't get it to go. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. 3-point lead. Here's Lopez. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Brunson taking his time here. Over Antetokounmpo. And he's able to get it back. Pass to Towns. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Yeah, the burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Got a piece of it. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Down low. Here's Towns. No good again that time.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Here's Brunson. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Hart. And the powerful one-handed slam.
What a dunk from Hart, showing off his athleticism there.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Next substitution, Mitchell Robinson. Precious Achua.
Knocked loose. Outside Robinson. Over Green. They get it back. New York shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Green for three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. He put... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you Impressive! Wow! I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Outside McBride. Back to Anunoby. On the take. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Oh, look out! Giannis, unbelievable.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
In transition, here come the Bucks. Count that one. Lillard's got 7 points.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Here's Anunoby. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. We talk about guys who can really guard. 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
And Giannis throws it down.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Hart. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo, right side. Hook loose. Here we go, all alone. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And a foul on Josh Hart. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Antetokounmpo with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Green for 3. Drops in the 3. Green's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Goes up at the elbow. Anunoby can't get it to go. Trent on the wing. Shoots over Hart. Trent's shot is off.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
From the baseline. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Green for 3. The rebound by Bridges. Knicks trail by 14. It's Bridges on the wing. Pass to Hart. Bridges right side. 6 to shoot. And again, the Knicks missing. The Bucks leading by 14. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
Anunoby for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Anunoby's got 7 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Now, Giannis preparing for that kind of attention from the defense, and he found a teammate with an open look.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Left side Brunson. Bridges outside. Back to Anunoby. Outside Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, stolen by Lillard. Connaughton with the ball. And it's Anunoby picking him up. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
And making the shot while getting fouled. I mean, it's about focus. KPJ staying with it.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Count it. Good. Lopez has got his second basket.
Doing the dirty work with that sheer size. Lopez clears the glass and sends it back.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Prince grabs the miss. For 3, here's Lillard. Buries it from 3. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. The shot by Lillard. No good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
For 3, here's Lillard. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Rejected by Lopez. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Porter from outside. Nails it from 3. Porter's got 5 points.
And shots like this help Porter Jr. get into a rhythm. Connecting off the catch only helps his confidence.
And Towns slams it home.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Portis for 3. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line, Brent.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim. And Damian Lillard one time rising up for everybody.
Here's Shamet. No points yet. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. And Lopez gets it to go.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
Pass to Towns. Here's Shaman. And the three off target.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Portis gets the bucket.
And a big board and a bigger putback from Bobby Portis.
Here's Tucker. The putback. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And now they've got to be careful at the defensive end. They're over the limit much earlier than they should be.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Mike, you suck. I cook you any day of the week.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
The kick out to Kuzma. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through.
Yes, sir!
That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Akporti. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's gotten 4 this quarter.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Payne with the bucket.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Yes, sir!
Oh, wow!
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And some changes here for New York.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks, a true team player. Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
What?
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing.
Man.
Oh, and there's the talent. Porter Jr., a highly skilled young player.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Here's Brunson. Antetokounmpo with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. Here's Brunson. He's got 7.
How about the reach from Giannis that time? He does not make any shot easy.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. Porter hits them both. 17 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Brunson. New York again can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And so it's Milwaukee with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition.
37.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Now McBride. Pass to Bridges. And he banks in the layup.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Here's Anunoby. Giannis with the rebound. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Lillard gets it to go.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
And the call will be against Bobby Portis. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Three-pointer, Bridges. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, you can add it to the list.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
For 3, Bridges. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Out to Portis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Number 11.
Bridges with it. Green picks him up. Here's Brunson. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And here's Green from the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Connaughton.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Can they get it? Brunson on the drive. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Coming onto the floor for your Bucks, number 12.
Now here's Bridges. Here's Brunson outside. New York again can't hit.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Antetokounmpo, bam!
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. Love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Brunson with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. From downtown, it's a one-on-one situation. That one goes. Count it. Antetokounmpo has got 38 points.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Now the Bucks with it. There's the drive. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
Towns, right side. Lets it go from the wing. Brunson missing again.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bucks.
Their shot blocking was a huge advantage in this game.
Yeah, I love the excellent defense in the paint. It led to a lot of key stops.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Pass to Bridges. Towns outside, looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Portis.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
And he makes the first. He's off on the second. Oh, deflected. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Bridges. Here's Hart, covered by Connaughton. Clock at 4. Lets it fly. New York again can't hit. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo.
So tough to contain the length of Giannis. When he takes those strides, he's going to make you foul.
No good on the free throw. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Takes it inside. Oh, and the dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. 3 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Yeah, sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well,